analyzing pictures. Before we start, we are going to look at some pictures and try to figure out how were they done, where is the light coming from, how is the composition done, and what is the scene telling us. I have collected some pictures to a Pinterest board. I hope you know Pinterest. If not, I recommend you to sign up. I have collected these pictures so that we can go through them and do a little analyzation. So let's find at first pictures where there is only one subject. I can see a cherry here, so let's take a look at it. As you can see, here is a very harsh highlight. So I suppose that the light source is somewhere here. I think it is natural light. The subject is on a rustic table, and we don't know what the background is. It is fully black. I don't even think there is any background. I think there is just the light somehow blocked so that it doesn't enter this background, so that it just stays on the subject and on the surface where this picture is taken. Let's take a look on another one subject picture. Okay, here is a bread. Here you can see that there is actually a background. Maybe it is the wall which is painted black, or it is a big black cardboard. It is again a rustic table, and the only subject is this fresh bread. The light source is a window on this side, and it lights the whole bread and also the surface it is put on. Okay, let's find pictures where there are just 2 or 3 subjects. So let's take a look at this donut. We can see that the background is has some kind of texture, and the surface is maybe black marble or tile. I don't know, but it has got some reflection. The light is coming from this side, so again it is, I think, a window. I think that the light is coming from this direction. Let's take a look at another one. Here are 2, 3 subjects. Again, it is a rustic surface. I don't even think it is a table. Maybe it is a box or just piece of wood, or I don't know. Here you can see that there it is, the window. It focuses, of course, on the X, and there is no background. You will see that in a later section when we are going to talk about backgrounds and angles, playing with angles, that if you play well with angles, you don't even need a background. So your background is the surface itself. Here is a nice one. I think it is a black paper as the background. Here's a rustic black matte plate. The light is coming from this side. Here you can see the window itself. This is a picture where it's just only one subject. Even though there are lots of cinnamon rolls, there is only one subject, and it is a very interestingly composed. The focus is on the edge of these cinnamon rolls, and you can see the background. Now let's take a look on pictures when there are like lots of subjects. For example, like this one, there's lots of chocolate, there is cinnamon, there is some sea salt. You can see that it is a black leather, and this surface is again the background itself. Here is another one. Here you can see a rustic wooden table with lots of things. It is a little bit chaotic, but I like it. Here is a similar one, but with different angle. The background is the part of the composition, so there it is continuing. There is another thing I want to show you, and that is negative space. Negative space is basically a space which is not filled with the subject. It is very interestingly used here. Here is the giant negative space, and here, so the composition is diagonal and leads the viewer throughout the whole picture. It is also a diagonal composition, but I can see a spiral here, and here is the giant negative space, and also here. Here is the negative space. Here is a negative space in this picture. And again here. So as you can see, the diagonal composition, you can lead the viewer through the whole picture, and this negative space gives kind of elegance to the picture and makes it also interesting, so you can play also with that. I told that we are going to talk about what these scenes want to tell us. So I'm going to go through these pictures and tell if they are static pictures or they are active pictures. Static pictures are where it is just composed and there is nothing happening on them. But active pictures wants to tell us something. There is something happening, there is something missing. For example, this is a static picture. You can see that nobody ate these, I don't know, cookies or what are these. It is broken down, but you can see that this is a little bit forced. It is not bad, but it is a composition. And a picture like this tells a story. There's the cheese missing, someone ate, someone cooked. There is some action which happened. This is a composed picture again. Composed. Even though this cookie is not on the plate, it is, you can see it is static. And this is also static because it is just chocolate which is broken down to pieces. Again, it is not bad, I think, but it doesn't tell me anything. However, here at this tea, it says that someone prepared. I can imagine that someone prepared this tea. It is a little bit missing. Even though it is composed, I can see a story behind it, that someone sat at this table, took this cup, and the phone rang and went away to get it. I hope that you now have a kind of understanding of analyzing pictures. So I recommend you to make a board like this. You will see in the next video how you will do that. But you will need to go through some pictures and just look at it. Look at the background, what it might be. It is a desk, it is a paper, it is textile. Where is the light coming from? So at this picture, the light is coming from here. You can see it because of the shadows. And these cookies are in the shadow. So I think here is a light blocker, so that the light is allowed to hit just these objects. And that you can see how to make compositions with different numbers of subjects. For example, if you have only one subject, if you have more subjects, if you have lots of subjects, and that you have the possibility to play with the negative space. Now let's see how to get even more inspired, and then let's get to shooting.